I believe that everybody's body's a lot different. I know I could rock and roll. I could throw down on 7 straight. But it's got to be 7 straight. No, get up to P 2 times, because once you're 50, it could be up and down. See, once you turn 50, 48, everything changes, Papa. So if you're there at night, I'm drinking kombucha with water, that has to come out throughout the night. And you will be up all fucking night, on the hour, every hour. There's no REM sleep.
Yeah.
There's no REM sleep. So you have to control. Once you get older, you have to control your thyroid. Dog, I've been a specialist on sleep since day one. That was one of the most interesting podcasts you had on. I bought the book and everything, and he made some great points in there. I wasn't raised on a nap, Joe Rogan. My mom didn't raise me on a nap. Once we came from Cuba, when my dad died, there was no nap. I went where she went.
Right.
So my day consisted of 8 to 3 in the morning. She had a manager's room in the back of the bar with a cot. And if I got tired at 1, go back there and take a nap. But I got to stay here till 3. Mama got to work.
Wow.
So my sleep was always horrific. Then when I was like 5 or 6 in school, then I went to normal sleep. I went to Catholic grammar school, normal sleep. Everything was normal. But my mom had a bad thing that she did. My mom had an issue that a lot of parents don't do when they work nights. She did it from the heart, because I have a friend who does it. Wake me up at 3 in the morning. Joe Rogan, get up. I brought you black ink and pasta with scungili from Umberto's, and I brought you a newspaper. Are you fucking kidding me? Could you imagine if I woke you up every night at 2 when you're 26 years old, Joe, at 3:30 in the morning? And you know I'm doing it from my heart. And 7 out of 10 times you're gonna get up and eat the scungili or the marinara sandwich I brought you from Leo's, because they worked in the city. So if you bartend in New York City, on the way home, what are you gonna do? You gonna stop? No, you stop and get 2 slices of fucking the best pizza there is in Manhattan. So my mom would wake me up every night at 3:30 in the morning with a Cuban sandwich. That killed me over the years. That would make me get up every night at 3. There's still nights that I'll be sleeping. I'll get a good night's sleep, but I'll look at the clock and it's 3 a.m. on the fucking dot. Because it's in my... But like last night I slept good. I fucked up. My sleep was bad after I read the book for a while. That's how deep it got into my head. So when I went back to Weight Watchers, I realized I couldn't eat any more fucking edibles, because they would make me hungry at night. I would fucking go off the charts with points. So I stopped eating edibles, and Joe Rogan, my sleep pattern changed. Bad. Like my body did not know how to go to fall asleep by itself. I went through a month of fucking 2 hours of sleep.
Jesus.
Doing a bunch of shit, and then 3 more hours in the afternoon.
Did you try anything? Did you try like melatonin or anything like that?
I did cocaine for 30 years, melatonin. I could eat 20 turkeys. They could all suck my dick. Gabba gabba, gooba goobu. I drink them all together, the tea, the vine. Leave me alone, please. Leave me the fuck alone, all right? Go fuck yourself. I got something that's gabba gabba, the tea, and the tryptophan put together, and they still don't find. I buy it on Amazon.
Damn.
Not bad. So what I learned to do was rotate it. So now I'm back on the edibles. I found an expired bag of Chiba Chews, like from the Dave Chappelle tour when I went out with Dave that year.
Jesus.
I found a bag with about 24 of them.
Oh, my God.
I slice them in half. You take one of those. Whew, you wake up at 6 in the morning to pee, your pee's brown. They're expired. You understand me? A corrupt cop is somebody who has 3 kids, a girlfriend.
Okay, 3 kids and a girlfriend.
Okay. And guess what, Miss Pat? You know, tell me the truth, Miss Pat. You a street motherfucker, okay?
Yep.
You a street motherfucker, okay? You ever watch the show Miami Vice?
Oh, the first one, the real one, yeah. Not all these remake shit, yeah.
Yeah, Lee, in Miami Vice, this is how it went down. I knew Lee and you knew Miss Pat, okay?
Gotcha.
Okay? I walk into this office right now with you. You're in for 10%. Miss Pat sells me 2 kilos of coke. In front of Miss Pat, I take a vial out with a chemical. I take a little bit of coke and I shake it.
To make sure it's real.
To make sure it's real. And if it comes up purple, I give Miss Pat the money and we shake hands. Let me tell you something. That shit only happens in the movie. If Miss Pat is Miss Pat's going to want that motherfucker to open up that kilo and do 3 lines of coke. Or maybe do a 4th and drink half that bottle of tequila. She wants to know what this motherfucker's about before she moves in on giving him 2 fucking kilos, okay? That only happens in fairy tale land. So these cops become addicted to drugs.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know that shit, Lee. So let's say I'm going after Lee Syatt. Lee Syatt's a fucking big-time coke dealer. I get in with Lee Syatt. If Lee Syatt goes to a club and what do I tell Lee Syatt? I don't do blow? You're not going to trust me, Lee Syatt.
Yeah.
So I got to snort coke. So after you get arrested, they put me in a rehab. I clean up. They withdraw the trial, the witnesses for 45 days. They get all the drugs out of my system. They shave me. They change my hair color. They put a suit on me. And they make me go in there with a police uniform on. How's that one for you?
Holy shit.
And there you have it, my friend. Now, Miss Pat, in all your days on the street, you ever sell crack to a motherfucker that you didn't see with a pipe in his mouth?
No.
No, okay.
You can always tell the police. I mean, when you sold enough drugs, you can because the police, no matter how much they try to blend in, somewhere they don't blend in.
They don't blend in.
I remember seeing one time in he had he was undercover and he had a babysitter in the back seat and he had another guy in the car with him. And his partner jump out and come down to buy the drugs, but he pulled down too quick. So I said, either these motherfuckers gay with his babysitter in the back, or they're the police, and they was the fucking police. And you know how as a drug dealer you could ask them, "Are you the police?" They supposed to say yes or no. And he's like, "You the police?" And then I remember one of the little young guys was like, "We'll shoot your ass," and he left real quick. And I was like, this motherfucker come back with a whole unit of bitches. I grabbed my kids and went home. Everybody got busted except me. Yeah.
There was a time there where I had a dude that was working me that ratted, and he was working me, man, and I caught on after the second time.
What does working mean? Working me,
Okay, so I know Miss Pat 5 years from the street. Miss Pat, what up? I give Miss Pat joints.
Working? He was undercover?
No, he gets busted. I'm a coke dude also, and I get busted. And they say to me, listen, what we want is Miss Pat. Miss Pat's selling major coke. I try to put him off. I like Miss Pat, man. I love Miss Pat. Come on, go to Miss Pat and tell Miss Pat that you want to buy 2 ounces. 2 ounces is what they could get you on and give you time and convict you.
Yeah.
Okay, so now, I'm Joey Diaz, Miss Pat. He's been coming over the house for years buying a gram, and he's always $5 short. Now this motherfucker wants 2 ounces cash with fresh $50 bills.
Nigga, please.
Thank you for saying it. That's how they get you. Sometimes
when a crackhead show up with a lot of money, you're like, where the fuck you get this money from? You ain't never bought over $50 worth of dope.
You know what I'm saying?
You hit the lottery, bitch.
That's how they used to come at me. So for months, you've been buying an 8-ball and asking me for $20 off because we're friends. And all of a sudden, you show up here wanting 2 ounces. Then the first time he showed up wanting like a half ounce. And he was shaking. And then the second time, he goes, I want to buy 2 ounces, but do me a favor, I'll give you the cash. Let's go outside. So they were up 50 yards with the fucking things.
Binoculars and shit, yeah.
No, and I just went outside. I said, nah, I don't want to talk. It's too cold. And right there, I knew, and I go, let me call you later. As soon as he fucking left, I took all those fucking scales, all those aluminum foils. I got them all the way out of there. I had a job as a security guard at a hotel. And they gave me
you a security guard
at 2 hotels, dog, in 1984.
And you a drug dealer?
I was a fucking.
Well, at least you paid taxes.
Listen to me. What fucking drug dealer? I was doing everything. Robbing, slinging. It was crazy. I was a security driver.
Joey, you make me sound like a fucking nun.
Oh my God, I was 21 fucking years old, man. And I was just watching people check into the hotel room.
Waiting to rob them?
I'd wait till they go to the hotel room and I'd be right there when they're registered. Do you want to use the safe? Now we got traveler's checks. Bam. when they go skiing, you got 10 hours to go in their room. You can go in their room and cook a meal and come back, and they will never fucking know it, man. It's fucking crazy.
They were probably really excited when they saw you. They're like, oh, this place has good security. I can tell he's like really looking over us.
And the security guys weren't robbing the shit out of you.
There was like 8 guys on security, so they never fucking.
You know, that's why I don't leave my shit in a hotel.
Me neither. I tell
I don't
people
leave personal shit. I take
and
my computer with me.
And I always put. I don't want no maid in the fucking. I met you in '98.
No, after that. No, I wasn't even out here then.
When did you start comedy?
2002.
2002 is when you started.
Yeah.
And when did Rogan go on the tour that you opened for?
2007.
That man tour.
Yep.
And you were already in Ohio.
No, I was out here. I was living out here.
Okay.
Yeah, and I opened for him on that, and then I really fucking I met you the night before he shot a special in Columbus, because I remember he invited me out, Ari. And then he was like, oh, Diaz couldn't make it, so Diaz is coming on another flight. Diaz walks into the hotel in his tracksuit. He was like, dog, I got to tell you something. This fucking asshole on the flight. He's like, I almost got arrested today. And he fucking said that he was on a flight and that it was first class, and they put his food down, and the guy in front of him leaned back. So Joey shoved his seat. and the guy leaned back again. He goes, hey! Like... You're fucking leaning on my food, man. So the guy did it again. So Joey stood up and went around and stood above the guy. And the guy was like, hey, man, I'm just like leaning back. He goes, you're leaning back on my food. And the guy like went to adjust or like stand up. And Joey put his hand on his shoulder and was like, you don't got to do nothing right now. Just sit straight. And then when you got off the flight, you said there was 2 Columbus PD officers on the jet bridge, and they were like, Jose Diaz, and you're like, and I got this weed under my nuts.
I did. You really fucking did.
And then, and this is, by the way, this is me meeting him. I don't know anything about him. I was like, oh shit. And then you said you just were like very polite, like, oh yeah, no, the guy, this and that. You kind of talked them down, and they were like, all right, good to go. Got off. You're like, this guy was a total fucking...
You have a memory and a half.
I do.
That was exactly how it went down. And here's the crazy thing. Like, he kept doing it to me. Like, after I said to him, your chair is broken. His chair was broken to start off with.
Okay.
So now when he would lean back, I really opened up as a gentleman. He was an L.A. cunt. Mm-hmm. He was like a set designer. He had that smell to him as a casting director or an agency at a boutique agent.
Yeah.
He was one of those scumbags.
Yeah, those are the worst.
And he looked at me like, and when I put my hand on his shoulder, again, he's one of those faggy people that yelled assault.
Yeah.
So when I sat down,
he's like, you assaulted
he got
me.
up and went to the stewardess. And now the stewardess is giving me the Malouk eye. All the stewardesses give me the fucking Malouk eye. And I'm like, this is not going to be good.
Yeah.
And in those days, I had my sleep apnea bag. And at this time, I was getting in trouble at airports every other week. Every other week, I was having a beef at an airport.
Really?
Between the cocaine and my attitude.
Yeah.
And it was just a bunch of things that attributed to it. And I remember when we got off the plane, the cops were waiting for me, and I'm stinking a reefer. Because after 3 hours, even with the anti-stink bag, the shit would leak out. Those anti-stink bags you could buy, they really do sell them. I'm not kidding you people. They sell them down in Hollywood where they wouldn't stink. But after 2 hours, the weed was so pungent that you could smell it on your body. And the 2 cops stopped me. And the faggy guy was standing there going, you should put him in jail and all this. And I'm like, I didn't do nothing to go to jail. I tried to be a man and explain something to you. And right in front of the cops, I'm like, but you were too much of a cunt, an L.A. cunt. And the cops kind of like, oh, I get what's going on. I go, these guys are fucking...
Because they're blue-collar guys.
So he walked away, and they held me there, so we couldn't be at the luggage together, and that was it. But there's a God. See, after these motherfuckers, I don't know whether he sent his son to kill Jesus. I don't know whether he's Chinese. I don't know whether he's a Buddha. I don't know if he's a Hindu. There's a God. Guess what happened a year later? I saw that same bitch across going to Columbus on a Friday with me.
Are you serious?
And I just eyeballed him, and he made eye contact and tried to change the eye contact. And one time I went up to the bathroom, and what I did this time was win over the stewardess first. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I went up and gave her a compliment. I love your shoes.
Yeah.
You know, if she's black, I'm ripping down the Beyonce poster. They go bananas. And then when I came on the way back, oh yeah, I tell them when they're black, I go, listen, when I get home, I'm ripping the Beyonce poster down. They go fucking bananas. I go fucking bananas.
That's quite a line.
Come on, dog. It always gets them. It gets their pussy. They go fucking bananas. They go nuts. They want to show you their titties like National Geographic. You know. That's how they got those fucking poor African women to show you their titties on National Geographic. So, on the walk back, I said, hey, remember me? And dog, he lost all the color in his face. There was no more stewardess. There was no Columbus cops. So I just sat like he was in row 3A, and I was like in 4B. So for 2 hours, I just tapped my hand and stared at him. And every time he would look at me, I was eyeballing him, giving him 2 Malouk eyes. It was tremendous. He got off that plane and ran.
I bet.
He ran off that fucking plane, and I giggled all the way to whatever, because there's a God in the fucking sky, you dumb fuck. You fucking dummy acting that way. I was a gentleman. A couple weeks earlier, I'm going to Newark. I always take an aisle seat. Man, I don't say a word to nobody on the plane. You know, I don't talk to nobody on the plane. I don't start it. I don't ask them where the weather. Nothing. I sat next to Barkley last year. The whole flight. I didn't say nothing to him until we got off.
What you say?
I loved you at Philadelphia. That's it. We walked off the plane. One time it was me, Sebastian, and John Legend sitting right next to each other. I don't talk to nobody. I don't need to talk. I don't need to take a picture with nobody. I need to do nothing. I get in my fucking seat. This is not first class. This is United, LAX to Newark. I'm sitting there. The plane lands. The plane's about to land, and I take my phone out. And I turn the phone on. And the guy in the window seat says, and I look at him, and he goes, turn the phone off. A German guy. There's 2 German guys sitting next to me. They were fucking, whatever the fuck language they talk. Nazi hate, Jew haters, whatever the fuck they are. Uh-huh. And they're both sitting there fucking hocking each other to death, fucking hee-ho and whatever the fuck they do with their hands and shit. So, finally, can you believe this? He goes, not even excuse me.
Yeah.
Sir, we might get in trouble. He goes, turn the phone off. And I go, what? And he goes, turn the phone off. And the guy in the middle goes, did you not hear him? Turn the phone off. I go, bro, who the fuck do you think you're talking to? I go, don't ever fucking tell me to do anything. Go fuck you and fuck him. And they're both going, wait till we get off the plane. We'll see. I go, well, we'll fucking see. And the stewardess is like, is there a problem? And I go, this fucking hump tried to tell me to turn the fucking phone off. And she said, control your language and all this. I go, no. I'm not controlling my language. Don't ever fucking tell somebody. Don't you ask them. And the guy kept talking. And finally I go, what if I got up and just kicked you against that fucking door right now? Because you're in the last seat. I wouldn't be saying a word if I was you. Because if I start swinging, I could be a fucking madman. Why are you talking if you're in the 3rd seat in the fucking aisle? All I see you is holding your hands up and me stomping on you. That's all I see. You got a no-win situation. You could be Johnny MMA. I get the first drop on you. That leg weighs 265. Once it goes into you, I'm going to keep putting my leg into you and kicking you and your fucking Hitler buddy here. So the fucking stewardess comes, separates us. Because I told him.
How long ago was this?
This had to be.
Last week.
No. Around that time. This was like an incident.
Okay.
I kept having. The Sopranos was hotter than hell.
Yeah.
At that time. So I was having different fucking incidents every other fucking week. Some of them were good. Some of them were people busting my balls about the Soprano, that you were the guy. Take
Big
a
puss,
picture.
yeah.
Yeah. It was just like an ongoing. So now they separate us on the plane. Because I told the guy, what if I started kicking you right now? What are you going to do? Are you retarded? You can't be that fucking stupid. Talking all that shit in the fucking 3rd seat. I wouldn't say a word. I'd wait till I get in the hallway where I got an even chance. But that's how stupid you are. So the stewardess comes over. She gets me up, and sure enough, you got to sit here until the police have been notified.
What?
God damn it. So now I'm aggravated because my friend, in those days, we had no dough. You had to have your friend circle like a fucking strutz around the airport. So I'm like, my friend's waiting for me. They go, no, you're the last guy to board. You're unboarding with the pilot. So we get up, and I forgot. I'm in New Jersey. So as soon as I see the cops, all I got to do is get to him first. All I got to do is get to that cop first and let him hear me. So that's exactly what I did. I went right up to the cop, and I go, this fucking guy. The cop's like, what's the problem here? This fucking guy tried to tell me to turn the phone off, and the guy started with his fucking white shit. Well, the phone is not supposed to be turned on. I'm like, shut up. I'm like, first of all, you're the fucking away team, motherfucker. Once I said that, it was on. I go, you're the away team. You got no say in this. This is Jersey. You don't tell somebody from Jersey to turn the fucking phone off. Fuck this guy. Fuck him. Don't ever fucking talk to somebody like that. And the cops were like, he's got you there.
Yeah.
So the one cop walked them, and the one cop walked with me, and I just kept saying shit. Remember, you're the away team, motherfucker. Don't ever forget that shit. We got you. I can make these guys turn you in and rape you to death. You're missing right now. You're missing. This could be like Pulp Fiction at the end when you call the two hillbillies to fucking in. This is Jersey. These two cops could take you on a long ride, and you'll never come back. We saw them evacuating the plane in Newark, and that's it.
That's it.
We don't know nothing. No, seriously. I had a bunch of incidents. I forget how many incidents.
Seriously?
One time I'm fucking walking on a Newark airport with a bag of reefer, and there's 10 cops coming at me with those dogs.
Oh, shit.
And I had to go into a fucking men's bathroom, take the weed out, and I hid it in the toilet paper roll. You know me, dog. And I went back out there, and they're barking and shit. Barking all around. I fucking took the fucking bag back, put it in my nutsack, and ran outside. Oh, I was having... Another time I was somewhere smoking a fucking joint. A cop pulled up on me at an airport. I'm outside smoking the fucking joint. And they're like, what do you think you're doing? They pulled me aside. I got pulled over in Detroit one time.
Wait, so what happened when
by
they...
the DEA.
Really?
Yeah. Coming from Miami to Detroit. Please.
So when you were smoking, though, because, one of my friends, I know, like, the whole world, has changed with weed. One of my friends is so casual that, like, whenever we're traveling somewhere, he's just, like, smoking on any street without ever looking or anything. I'm like, you don't even think about it at all?
I don't think about it.
Really?
Why
Any
would
street?
This is America.
I know.
And number one, this is America. Number two, if you're a cop and you're really concerned with marijuana...
I'm not concerned with it.
And pulling you over and talking to you... I would not... I don't have the decency to go to a park where kids are playing and spark up. I'm not talking about that.
Yeah.
I'm talking about go outside right now and spark up a joint. I've had that for 20 years.
You always were like
before the law, before the fucking paper.
What did that cop say to you when he said, what do you think you're doing?
What are you smoking?
And you're like...
And I go, a little weed. I get anxious at airports and blah. And he just said, turn it off and throw it away.
That was it.
That's it. Just be honest with them. Don't show them a fucking weed shirt. Don't tell them about your Fourth Amendment to have liberty. Yeah. Mind your business. Just tell them the truth.
But did you always, like, if someone was like that to me on a plane, I would have anxiety about yelling. I want to yell at them, and I would think about what I wanted to say, but I would never go back at them.
No, I'm an adult. You cannot say that shit to me. There's a way to speak to people. You can't tell somebody to turn the fucking phone off.
You can't fucking do that.
You say, excuse me, sir, I don't think they want you to have the phone on. Then it's my decision after that. I'm still going to turn it on. I love in the old days when they'd say, there's still a phone on the plane. How do you know?
Yeah.
That's for white people to believe. Well, there's still a phone on. Check your phone. This is how we meet. Driver ed school, and I know McGrath's kind of crooked, the whole fucking thing. I quit high school. I'd see him at different football functions. I'd see him at different bars. He'd always give me a big hug. Then one morning he contacted me because a younger friend of mine cut his finger off, and we had to drive him to the hospital. And that's how I became tight with him. I went to the hospital that day, and we got talking, and he asked me about my mother, and if there's something he could do, his father, and this whole thing. And that was it. I knew he went out at night, and I knew he got drunk.
Yeah.
Fast forward to fucking the day after graduating from high school. Mm-hmm. I got a call from Camel Brad, and he goes, come on to my house. What really happened was we robbed this dude, and we had this tremendous coke. And my buddy was in summer school, but to let him get out for the day, I had to go bribe the teacher. I knew the teacher did blow. So I called the teacher, and I gave him a piece of Coke, and he said to me, no, do me another piece. Make me a 40. Let me get you on Friday. So I broke the piece. I go, just give me a 50 on Friday. It's Monday morning. We pull my friend from class. I blackmail the teacher, plus I give him a rock. He's hanging out with the camel, so I know they're both partners. So on Friday, I call fucking T, and he goes, no, you got to collect from McGrath. So now, I had never, ever dealt in cocaine or money with McGrath. But now I'm out of high school. It's the third day out of high school.
Yeah.
He calls me up, and he goes, come over, I'll give you the fucking money. When I walk in, he goes, you ever do something with somebody else and you end up paying for it? That's what's going on here. He gives me the $50.
Yeah.
And I'm against my best judgment. I go, you know what, man? Did you like the Coke? Just to clear the air that he did Coke.
Yeah.
And he goes, it wasn't bad Coke, but follow me to my room. This guy's a high school teacher, plus a football coach.
And driver's ed instructor.
And driver ed instructor. They give him 3 checks. Great guy. We walk up into his bedroom. He goes, close the door behind you. He pulls out his fucking sleeper, you know, the thing next to where you sleep, whatever that's called. Where
Like the nightstand thing?
Nightstand. He pulls a mirror out of there. Then he opens up a fucking closet. He goes to the top of the closet. He puts down a fucking bag of blow like this big. And he opens it up. He takes a spoon. He lays some on. He goes, do some of that. Let me know what your shit was compared to that. And I did 2 lines, and this shit was fucking off the chain. And he goes, I don't sell it. He goes, I deliver it for a guy. He goes, I know a Spanish friend, but he can't go to most white people's houses. So I go with a suit on. And I go as a real estate guy. And I deliver an ounce or 2 at a time.
Wow.
And right there, he cracked me into what he did. But I used to hit him up for blow all the time. But I was going crazy, but he was also going crazy.
Wow.
Like, he would call me up at that time and go, take my car, go down to Pathmark Liquors, and get me a case of Bud, 2 bottles of tequila, 3 bottles of whiskey. He would, you know, it was 82. Everybody was hiding. Everybody was doing blow. Everybody was looking out windows at that point. You know, some people weren't at that level. I wasn't at that level, but he was. But my most famous McGrath story is we robbed a gas station, and we had big bills, but $1,000 bills. Dollar bills, you know. So we owed him money.
Okay.
I owed him like $1,000, and I call him at 3 a.m, and he goes, "What the fuck do you want?" I go, "Mr. McGrath, hold on, don't hang
You're
up."
still calling him Mr. McGrath.
Yeah, Mr. McGrath, hold on. He goes, "What the fuck do you want?" I go, "I got cash for you." He goes, "Okay," and I go, "I need an 8-ball." And he goes, 300 cash right now. I can't front you. He goes, "You got any money to take off the tab?" I go, "I'll give you an extra 100 on top of that." He goes, "Done. Be on my corner in 2 minutes." First he told me he had no blow. We're headed down the Jersey Shore. We're ready to fucking go. It's 3 a.m, dog.
Yeah.
We're juiced up. We got maybe a gram left. We're driving all night. And then when we land, we're going to a party.
Yep.
Maybe there's a guy down there with an 8-ball. We didn't know that. We used to just drive it down with us. Jesus Christ. I could have done 20 years for that shit in those days. Wow. And I'll never forget going to his house in the corner and giving him, you know what 300 singles looks like? We gave him 400 singles. No, and it was loose in a brown bag. So he handed it to me. He's like, "Jesus fucking Christ, thank you." He went like an hour later. I call him back. He's like, "You cocksucker. They were all dollar bills. It's going to take me 2 hours to count that fucking money." It was 400 singles in that fucking thing. Plus, we gave him those things to get across the Jersey Bridge.
The tokens?
Or the tunnel. In those days, there were booklets. You could buy a booklet. We must have clipped fucking 3,000 those fucking things. I forget how many in that thing. It was a great summer. It was a great fucking summer, dog. Right after high school. Great fucking summer.
Wow.
That's how you got to live.